Do 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 do. I was here all the time. I didn't just have to run and do something. Ooh do do down. What the heck is going on here? Who turned the live stream button on? Probably me. I'm just admiring my Pink Floyd shirt of the day. The fact that I am broadcasting 8,000 kilobits per second to the entire universe. Although it's effectively a very small number of people in that universe. If any. Hey, we'll wait a few minutes for people to come trickling in. It's the regular time to start. The regular time to start the stream, roughly 11:30 a.m. Sunday. Right in the middle of the streaming week. We got today's show, tomorrow's show. Lots of show to go. I'm really excited about today's show. I mean, I'm really excited about it. Look at my face. Would I lie to you? I'm not lying. I'm really excited about this show. So, why? I bought another plane. I invested another $10 in my fleet of planes. It's one of those Microsoft, Asobo, I don't know. It's Microsoft Studios fancy flyers or whatever they call it. Anyway, it's a $10 plane that you can use in both Microsoft 2020 and 2024. It's a Piper 28. I already got a Piper 28. This is a different Piper 28. And the Piper 28s are pretty cool. PA 28s are pretty cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what today's show is going to be all about. We're going to be playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're simulatoring for roughly an hour or so, maybe a little less than an hour, 55 minutes or so. We're going to see where we're going to go. We're going to take a couple flights. We're going to try to master the platform. We're going to take off. We're going to start something. We're going to take it off. We're going to, hopefully, it's a new plane. We're going to see some stuff, and then we're going to land somewhere, and that's the show, you know? It is what it is. The second part of the show, okay, there'll be big brain games. If my viewer comes over, we're going to watch some kind of remix skibbity toilet stuff. It's like there's a new one he sent me. It's 6 minutes long. It could be good, though. I don't know. This one could be good. So we might check out that. It kind of depends on various things. Then there shall be a short break where I'll play my mid-roll. During the mid-roll, I'm going to take this chair over there. I'm going to drag my piano in. It's from the garage. Bring my piano in, set up it, put out the stand, put the piano on the stand, plug everything in, put my bench over there, make all the changes I need. It takes me 3 solid minutes. I got to reposition my cameras. And then it magically becomes Ken's Piano Lounge, and I perform on the piano for you for roughly an hour. Same songs, but if I don't play them on a regular basis, I will lose my facility, as they say. So, I like to play the piano and alternate. I play the guitar every day. I was playing my guitar earlier today. So I got to play the piano at least 3 times a week. Man, isn't that a pretty guitar though? Look at that. Look at that figuring. It's called a burl. Pretty wild looking. Flecks of gold and stuff in there. I don't really know how they do this. It's pretty cool. And this is my fancy cheap guitar. I like it. It's playing quite good. It sounds really good. I got it set up nice now. It's okay. So what do we got? We got the freshly poured glass of Diet Coke that actually powers this program. It tastes like brown fluid. We got the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. Then the green face for a second while it compensates. Yeah, I looked at every setting. Is there a white balance compensation that you can turn off? Just doesn't exist. You get white balance compensation whether you like it or not. It's not a super expensive camera, but man, you'd think that they could provide a feature just to not have a feature. All I want is to be able to set the color balance and not have it change. But no, auto white balancing is built in. You don't get to decide what white is. We do. Based on the average color on your frame. So if everything's blue, well, that can't be right. We'll have to compensate. Oh my God. I hate that. I think I'm gonna have to save up for a new camera just for that reason. This camera is pretty good. I mean, it's a 4K camera. I'm zoomed in. You can't tell. That's how I do kind of the panning and things I do for various parts of the show. But man, it has some disadvantages. And also, one thing I like about it is the one thing it doesn't do is autofocus on you. I'm sure if this camera was capable of autofocusing, it would have autofocus on. It would be terrible, and you couldn't turn it off, right? You couldn't fix the focus, but because of the way these people operate. But this camera happens to have a fixed focal lens. You cannot focus it. It's a really good focal range, so you don't really need to focus it, but you can't focus it. It actually, everything is in focus. It's just kind of because this camera is such a wide angle, you can't really tell that everything is in focus. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm just wasting time because I want to do this. I want to wait to get a little into the stream before we actually start the flight simulator. Although we're already 7 minutes in. Holy shit! All right, what do we got here? Gaming cam. Look here. Looky here. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Let's fly around. Now, of course, they recently had the Northeast update. Let's take a look at the PA-28 that I just purchased here. It's the Piper Aircraft PA-28 236 Dakota. The 236 comes from the 236 horsepower motor, or the upgraded motor, quite a bit. That is in this versus other PA-28 models. There's quite a few PA-28 models. It comes in a fairing version and a standard version. This is a standard version. There's a bunch of different colors, but let's just pick this one. I've never been in, of course, I have another PA-28, so I'm kind of familiar with it, but this is a different one. So we're going to attempt a cold start. Now, again, yeah, we'll do the what if today after the flight simulator segment. The one you sent me, yeah, it's like 6 minutes long. All right, where's New York? There's New York. Why are you trying to hide from me, New York? New York's right here. So give us about 45 minutes to fly around because I haven't even started flying yet. All right, we're going to take off from, let's see, Newark is too big. We're going to take off from Linden. It's a nice smaller airfield. And that'll give us some room to fly around a bit. But again, they've recently started up, or they recently released this Northeast update, and that includes Lower Manhattan, Upper Manhattan, all sorts of new buildings. As I said in my tweet today, if this does not crash crash or kill my GPU, then nothing will. But we're going to find out. It should look pretty good. I mean, our graphic settings are not all the way turned up, but they're pretty high up there. And I don't have the latest model. Again, I just bought this plane today. I mean, there's a variant of this particular plane today. So our first challenge is to figure out what's it all about. How does it work? What does it make it go? I already see it's got my Kench 99er on it. Hello, there it is. Kench 99er. We got various things around here. It says Piper Dakota. I think it's a stretch body. I'm not sure what that refers to. You got the chocks. You got the... those are blown in the wind now. It's kind of windy today. You got your engine covers on. You should probably remove those. Probably should move these too. Can we move these from here? I don't know if there's a static port cover. No, I think you got to do it from up here. That makes some sense too. All right, we're going to be able to remove it just by doing this, I believe. All right, so let's see. Okay, how do these go? These work? Okay, good. These switches are working. Throttle, propeller, and mixture to full. Very good. All right, this is at the PA-28. You can take a look around. There's the lady. It's got some places to sit, high quality leather chairs and furniture there. Let's see what we got down here. Fuel selector is on off. Let's put it on the right tank first. Let's see, what else do we got here? Let's just kind of zoom in on the panel here. Okay, this is your magneto, but before we do the magneto, we're going to have to turn the master battery on, which is over here. Okay, there's two batteries. Turn them both on. Fuel pump on. Lights stay off for now. Let's see. I think we should be able to start it up from there, but let's find out. No, I didn't turn something on here. Let me see what I did not turn on. Oh, I didn't prime it. Also, primer. I think you have to prime this one. Let's see. I got that on. Fuel pump on. And it, mixture is full. That should be enough. Hopefully I'm primed. I don't know exactly how to start this thing. We may have to do the checklist. Almost started. I don't know if I have to just hold this bad boy for longer. Nah, I forgot to... All right, let's see what I forgot. Okay, fuel is on, right? That's all good. Fuel selector there. I might have to get the checklist out. It could take a while, but that's all right. We're having good. This is it's been a while since I've started these. By the way, parking brake. Is that parking brake? Flaps. Okay. Parking brake. Rudder trim. This should be good. Fuel pump. Cabin. All right, let's see what the checklist says. Let's see. Right flaps. This is all fine. Before starting engine, parking brake set. Prop RPM lever. Oh, maximum RPM. Maybe that makes a difference. Fuel selector left to right. Carburetor heat off. I assume that's off, right? Avionics master switch is off, which it should be. Okay, now we should be able to prime it and start it. It is not going to start. Interesting. Let me just check this one more time. Parking brake is set. Prop RPM lever. Full. Fuel. Set to right. Carburetor heat is off. Avionics master is off. Okay, starting engine. Master switch, right? That's on. Electric fuel pump. On. Mixture. Rich. Okay. Full. On. Throttle open 1/4 inch. I mean, is that enough? Is that enough? 1/4 inch? Looks like a 1/4 inch. Ignition. Right? All right. This should work. It doesn't. So, yeah, there's something that we didn't take off, perhaps. I wonder if I didn't take off like a static port or something on the outside. I just want to do a little inspection here. It should have removed everything necessary. Yeah, it removed the chocks. So, yeah, it's just busted. Apparently, people are having problems, right? It's fuel cap. That's fine, right? There's nothing here to remove down in here. Yeah, it's all good. There's fuel in the plane, right? I didn't check that, actually. Yeah, fuel is at 50%. Engine is good. Oh, I'm going to do one more try. But no, it's not going to start. Well, that's too bad. I haven't tried this before. This is new. Hold on a second here. But it's clearly broken because I did all the pre-flights, right? Fuel cap secure. Hold on. Fuel cap. Was it not secure? Hold on a second here. Yeah, fuel caps are secure. Right. It's fine. Secure. Okay. Yeah, it should have started. Oh, let's try the Control E cheat, which is a cheat. 100% cheat. I hate that. I really hate having to do that. Really pisses me off. Already, I wish I didn't have to put my $10 in. What did it do? It didn't do anything that I did differently. Oof. The reason why that pisses me off is you should be able to cold start a plane using the correct sequence operations, all of which I did. I just want to check a few things here. Did it change the fuel? Because it looks like it's on the left tank. If I'm on the right tank, will it still run? See, okay, it still runs on the right tank. I wonder if I just didn't prime it enough. That can't be it. I'll have to experiment with this after the fact, but that's already a big fail in my book. We're gonna keep flying it, but I'm not happy that we couldn't cold start it. It's the most fun part of the game for me. You know, landing and cold starting. Well, otherwise, there's really no point. Okay, let's see. Autopilot. We'll fly around and have a good time anyway. Transponder mode should be on standby, or actually ground at this point, right? Test and then on. It's fine. Let's see what else we got here. Hello, can I get to the default? There we go. Default thing. It is a pretty plane. You got your Big Mac window there. And very nicely modeled. We'll have to find out. Okay, let's set the trim. Trim should be set to about there. I'm gonna call in later today. All I'm gonna do this afternoon after stream is figure out why I couldn't cold start the plane. I mean, I get obsessive about this kind of stuff. Okay, we want, like, what? Announce taxi, depart north. We're heading to New York. Let's check it out. This is, I believe, a fixed gear plane, though, right? Hard to tell from there. No, it's definitely fixed. All right, so a little less of this, less of that. All right, we're taxiing. We got nose wheel steering. That's always good. Making a turn here. Looks like all of our control surfaces are working. Where does this want us to go? That way. No, this way. Which way do you want us to go? This way. Oh, we want us to make a U-turn. For no reason. This way. First time flying the plane, though. This particular 28. Again, the difference between this 28, it's a different company making the model. But the specific difference in this model is it has a much bigger engine. Hello, sir. You're on a taxiway, sir. Not me driving a car. That's fine. You can only smash into buildings, the ground, and trees. Nothing that moves represents a real obstacle to you. Because, yeah, I've started up the P-28 before many times. My feeling is I will go through the exact same sequence of operations as I just did there, and I'll double check by watching my VOD, and it'll start up just fine. I may have over primed it. I'm gonna see. It doesn't say anywhere in the checklist that you have to prime it. All right, we're gonna announce our takeoff. Flaps to 1/4. There we go. We're at trimmed.
Taking off runway 27. Departure to the north.
All right.
Lima Delta Juliet traffic.
This is what it looks like from in here. Line yourself up on the runway. We're at a small general aviation airport. It's a little, you know, not too far from New York. It's in Jersey, though. All right, let's watch our speeds. Speedometer is alive. So are we like doing that? We don't want to do that. We want to do this. And it basically takes off quite easily. Again, I don't think there is any gear to come up. Yeah, it's a fixed gear. So, you know, I think, yeah, the Piper 20, all right, we're going to head north, which is this way. There's some clouds around, but it also looks like a nice, bright day up Manhattan. You can see Manhattan in the distance. It's not that far. And we'll be heading there. We don't need this for now. Looks like a pretty day, but you can certainly see the skyline of Manhattan from anywhere. But we'll be checking out, there's a new model for the Statue of Liberty. And basically all of Manhattan has been redone with some of the newest buildings there, the newest residential buildings there. We're going to reduce power and throttle. I'm going to hit about 1,000 RPM here, or 2,000, excuse me, 2,000 RPM. Reduce mixture so that we can maintain our fuel supply. Cruising speed's around 125. So we should be able to pick it up a little more than that. But yeah, they just had this world update yesterday, and they just released this plane like a couple days ago too. What is going on in there? Something weird happens when you transition over the instruments. Huh. Well, they sort of seem to be working. All right, got fuel consumption gallons. I'm going to reduce my mixture, and gallons per hour should go down. There we go. Should be below 10, ideally, I think. There we go. We have about 70 gallons of fuel total, but we only have a half tank, so it's like 35 gallons of fuel. At that rate, it's about, 3.5 hours of flight time. Well more than we're going to need, obviously. Beautiful, well-detailed port building with a cargo ship and the loaders. Sometimes you'll come into an area and you'll see everything just looks like a satellite map. But yeah, everything here is going to look like a real 3D model of something, even the industrial areas. But yeah, this is the bottom part of Staten Island here. This is definitely kind of a haul. And you can already see, I got to put my task manager up so I can watch see where my GPU memory is. Dedicated GPU memory is currently only 9.6 out of 12, 9.7. But once it hits 12, the whole thing gets framey and it will crash eventually. The secret is to not get too close to the ground, because then it can use a lot of models which are a little bit lower quality, so it doesn't have to load up memory. But there's just so much stuff to load up to make this look like a real place. And even then, you can see they take shortcuts. That bridge doesn't have a cutout, so you can't fly under it. It's just a little shortcut, but that's fine. There's plenty of bridges you can fly under in the New York area. It has a good sound. Like, you can tell that the sound... I don't want to adjust this real quick. Just a little more sound there. Microsoft Flight Simulator. There we go. The sound, it does sound, I mean, I can barely hear it, but it does sound good. What's this over here? Some kind of tower. Oh, that's a wind turbine there. Lots of industrial needs, of storage of various petroleum products, probably chemicals needed to keep a big city like New York running. We're heading out. The first thing ahead, it's not far ahead, is the Statue of Liberty. We're all going to pile out of the statue. We're going to stop time, pile out of the plane, put our magical parachutes on, and check it out. Now, the Statue of Liberty looked good before, but apparently they've done it to be a very high resolution. So we should be able to get up right close to the face of the Statue of Liberty and, basically say hello. We'll see. Oh, that's some good Diet Coke, man. Without Diet Coke, I can't even see how a stream could occur. Imagine running out of Diet Coke and then go to the store and there's no Diet Coke. What kind of hell world would that landscape would that be? That would be a true dystopia. Okay, so I mean, there's lots of activity, but this whole area, this isn't even the really crowded area. There's Brooklyn over there, there's Manhattan up there, you can't see Queens and the Bronx, but why would you want to anyway? See Ellis Island, there's Paris, Paris Island, there's a couple islands in here. All right, we gotta stay low, don't speed up too fast. We're gonna reduce the engine power here. We're doing 130. Because we're coming in low to check out Statue of Liberty. It's not legal. Don't tell anybody we did this. Do not call the FAA and I'll get my fake pilot's license revoked. But I can already tell it's good. It's got like some ships there. I think you have to get in by ferry, right? You have to get in by boat. All right, we're going to come right around here, right around the front. She's looking out towards that director, that way. Whee! All right. Oh, yeah. Looks like... Oh, hello. It didn't pause. It paused really late. Are we too late? Should be fine. I had my thing on the wrong thing. Yeah, my GPU is whoa. My GPU is it's whirring. All right. Hello, Statue of Liberty. You got the gold. Man, look at that. That is a high resolution model. One thing I don't know if you can tell is that there's you can't really tell, those are windows. You can go, used to be able to go, I probably can't anymore, but you can go up there and get all the way up there, and then there's an observation area up there, but I think probably due to condition issues, you can't do that. It was designed to be able to allow people who wanted to go up like 30 flights of stairs or whatever. There's that. Yeah, so it really looks good. It looked good before, but this is a sharp model with lots of detail in comparison. Like all this stuff is super detailed. You get the whole star fort there, and then over here, there's like a luxury ship there. Some of this stuff looks like it could be more detailed, and they could have got rid of the floating stuff, but there's a flag there. Yeah, so this is where you come in. You come in, you see the back. All right, back on the plane, everybody. Where is it? There it is. Back on the plane. Use your magical parachutes to get back on the plane. We're going to check out Manhattan. And we can't get too low here. Because, what is this island over here? Does it say? Are you going to tell me? This is Ellis Island. Okay, so this is Ellis Island right here. So that's where the immigrants came in. I don't think anymore. But famous place. They can see New York. And that's a different island. Which island is this one? What's it called again? I don't remember. Governor Island. So I guess the governor has a residence there. I don't know if that's true anymore. But we'll check it out. We're going to fly around it. Looks like a cool little island here. Might be a governor's residence. Cool. Down here. All right, let's head north. What is that building for? All right, welcome to Lower Manhattan. We're gonna kind of form. We're gonna kind of go up to here. I don't know what this is, Sixth Street, whatever. Here, this one here. But yeah, we got the new. Of course, the Freedom Tower I think was there already, but there's some of the super thin residential buildings where there's one apartment per floor, but they're super high up. I think are in here. These needle buildings. Don't try this at home, especially since 9/11. They don't appreciate it. You can actually fly over the waterways legally, but you cannot fly over the city legally. This is incredible. There's the police department. They're probably sending somebody to arrest me right now. Look at the quality of the buildings in Manhattan is incredible. That tower there with like the weird things, all the weird kind of shapes. That's a new one there. I think that's new. But there's a couple other like needle towers, and it makes the the current New York skyline very spiky. Very they found out that they could build a really tall building on a very small piece of land. And which is much cheaper than having to buy a whole block worth of things, really. And then you make it really tall. You put super expensive condos in them, and quite profitable. I guess what I've heard is that a lot of these high-end residences in New York, nobody's living in them year round because they're owned as investments by super rich foreign people. The Flatiron Building. I wonder if this is new. We're gonna check it out. The Flatiron Building is that famous. Building. We're holding on past here. There we go. All right, magic parachutes back out. Look at that. Look at all the detailing of the buildings around here. That's the Flatiron. It's got that famous shape to conform to. It looks like it's got scaffolding on, like they're working on the outside. It's very old. And this is one of these kind of not needle, but a pretty tall residential. These are all like residential, like multi-story residentials, I think. Oh, there's like a square down here. Let's go visit New York. This is about as close as I really want to get to New York in real life. All right. You get the idea. It's a lot of buildings. It's huge. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do. Let's see. Okay, let's fly around here. I'm trying not to crash. But, yeah, if we do. Okay, here's the Empire State Building. We definitely don't want to crash into the Empire State Building. And that means the Chrysler Tower is not too far. It's over here. Let's fly over the Chrysler Tower. My GPU is heating up, but it is not melting down. And I'm getting reasonable frame rates, and I didn't expect to. So, as far as I'm concerned, and one of the reasons there's the MetLife building, it used to be the Pan Am building. Chrysler Tower always was the Chrysler Tower. Beautiful, beautiful model. Gorgeous, perfect. And you got more stuff up here. Really famous building, AT&T. As I was mentioning, these needle buildings, a lot of them are right on the south part of the Central Park, so that they have a Central Park view. I think this one over here is being shown in construction here. It has a really tall tower next to it. Or a crane, like a construction crane. But you can see how really the advantage of these buildings is that they have a very narrow footprint, so they don't require a lot of space below. Then they go up, and yeah, there's like the top 4 floors are one, $5 million apartment, $50 million apartment, excuse me. And I think all these super tall, thin buildings are super expensive residences. And then all along this avenue here, you got these famous buildings. I would say the simulation, let me just check this again. Yeah, we're at 10.2 out of 12, which means we have some buffer space. CPU is doing well. GPU, yeah, they're both not freaking out. This building here is super famous. Right there, that one got 2 towers, but there's a bunch of them. And then there's the Upper West Side and the Upper East Side. I think the Guggenheim. Okay, that's the big museum over there, the Metropolitan, right? And the Guggenheim's over on the east side, right? Upper East Side. Is it there? Is this the Guggenheim? It is. Yeah, let's check it out. I wonder how good the Guggenheim looks in the game. What? Oh, It's all right. The plane's fine. Also, I actually prefer the 2020 thing where when you crash, it makes you start up. Let's check out the Guggenheim. I know where it is. It's the Upper East Side. It's just across from the park. But I was about to check out the model. We went too low. We flew too low and we kissed the ground. It wasn't good. But you see, the plane's fine. Everything's good. Everything's good. So we're all operating in just like we should be. Yeah, as I say, in 2020, you kind of have to restart your game, which I prefer. In 2024, this, yeah, you crash, you're up to the sky. And you can't override that behavior, because I would. I would make it so we had to restart. I want there to be consequences. All right, so the Guggenheim is down here. Right? Down, right. One of these places. It's down, kind of in these, among these. It's hard to see from certain angles, believe it or not. Yeah, it's right here. All right, so we're going to get here. Can I pause it? Hold on, pause. Very good. Everyone jump out of the plane. Put your magical parachutes on. We're going to the Guggenheim. The great thing about the Guggenheim, of course, is a Frank Lloyd Wright. That's pretty good. I mean, you get the idea. You can't get too close to it. It looks like the Guggenheim from here, that's for sure. But it's got that wide, it's a circular spiral gallery. Pretty wild. All right, let's fire. I'm loving New York, though. I'm glad we haven't been in a while. And then this the Metropolitan Museum of Art there, where they have the Met Gala every year. Beautiful, huge museum. Now that's the place you got to go if you're going to New York. I mean, and spend at least a whole day. It's intense. All right, so now we're heading south. It's our speed. We're a little slow because I haven't gotten enough New York out of my system yet. This is what it looks like from here. It's not. Don't do this in the real world, please. They will revoke your license 12 times from Sunday, and today is Sunday. I'm glad you're still waiting, because at least we got another 10 minutes of this. At least maybe 15. Look how cool this is, though, man. We're heading back to downtown. I still haven't smashed. By the way, if I hit any of these buildings, we will smash into them. They're not made out of nothing. They're made out of solid. So heading down the street at this altitude is not recommended. Or a good idea. And it will, you won't be able to get insurance for your plane after doing this. But it's such a vibe, There's the old Empire State Building. They're so tall. It's 100 stories tall, man. Imagine in his day. All right, let's find a place to land. What's this building up here? Does it have a name? Oh, right. This is the Flatiron Building. We were looking at the Flatiron. So one of these is Broadway, and the other is, I don't remember now. I don't really remember the street names, but these are main streets. Uh-oh. More power, please. Try to get up above these. The other thing about New York is all the buildings have water towers on them. It's just kind of the nature, kind of a historical need of tall buildings to have their own water, provide their own water pressure. There is water, but water pressure is the issue. So all these buildings have to have a lot of engineering. Oh yeah, New York City. Okay, and the financial center. Yeah, we didn't check out the new, too much of that. Yeah, I love this building over here. We didn't check out the new Freedom Tower. That's over here, and you'll see right below it the memorial for the World Trade Center. These are the other Trade Center buildings there, right there, and then the World Trade Center was right here, right. So this is the World Trade Center Memorial right there, which apparently, is kind of a nice place to visit, cool place to visit still. So, that's it. All right. Go ahead. Don't want to hit this plane. Fine. I know how to fly, sort of. So I have to go left, right, up, down, maybe. All right. Let's just plop her down on at Kennedy, since it's close by. This is the closest airport from this part of the world, and it's right there. Where is it? It's a ways, but it's fine. Got to put the plane down somewhere. But except for the starting issue, it handles like a dream. It's very easy to fly. I don't have any problem with it. It's got an autopilot if we need it. The other thing I was thinking is that we could put it on autopilot and watch the Skibbity episode and stay in Flight Simulator. You know what I mean? Let's try that. Okay, what I'm going to do is set us heading east. And I'm going to apply the pilot. So we're at 116. Let me set our heading. Come on, heading bug. 116. 110 is close enough. Let's see. Autopilot on. Heading select mode. Then we're on altitude hold mode. All right. So at this altitude, we should be not flying into any buildings. So here is, this is what I want to try doing. This is the first time I'm thinking about doing that, because I was thinking about, could we fly somewhere and just pretend, hey, as a pilot, you got the autopilot on, you don't got anything else going on, you got your iPad on, you could be watching shows, right? You can always, do something. I just want to make sure we still, okay, we're at heading 110, altitude 7, actually want to do a little climb here, which we can do right from the autopilot. So we're going to, altitude, vertical speed mode, up. So we're going to gain up to about, I want to go get out to about 1,200 feet. Why is it not? Up to about 1,800 feet, right? That'll give us a kind of a normal thing. All right, so my question is, give me a second here. Can I actually switch to, here, let me just switch this over here so you can't see it for a second. I'm going to make this much smaller. Okay, good. All right, so what I can do here, are you still here? You're still here, good. YouTube. My history real quick here. All right, this is the one you thought of. Hold on a second. That you showed me today. It's 6 minutes long. Watch this. So we can just kind of keep going, still fly, and watch the show. Because we're not autopilot. Okay, so when I go back here, the first thing I want to point out from this episode is, first of all, there's the opening by Strider. I don't know who Strider is, but apparently some people do. All right. First thing I want to point out, one thing I really like about it already, just the opening few seconds, is the original toilets. Some of the more original toilets, characters that have the more obvious toilet, they're more obvious what they are. And that does. He's got his little watermark down there. But eventually, they're remixing. They're taking files that they get, and they can kind of change elements, remix things. But let's check it out. I just want to point out here that if I go here, you can kind of hear in the background the plane noise. We're still flying around. Wait a minute. Hold on, I want to check something here. Why are we above? I want to put us back in altitude hold mode. Hold on. Altitude hold mode. I don't know why I didn't set that. All right. Back to here. All right, we won't have any more interruptions. But I'm glad I checked that. Otherwise, we would have gotten too high. You got Titan Speaker Man, Titan Screen TV Man, Titan, the other one. Camera. So, yeah, even among themselves, it seems like they want to fight each other. And they're on the same side. So, but that's he's pausing. Who would win between these three of these presumably allies, but we don't know what they are. Titan TV Man versus Titan Camera. Okay, it's just two of them. So, TV Man is the guy with the TV for a head, and Cameraman is the guy for a camera for a head. So it's pretty easy to know that. And they're both, massive size. They have color-coded weaponry. That's kind of cool. Okay, TV Man looks, Titan TV Man looks pretty heavy. Maybe they're not, like, not to the death.
Let's go.
Why would they fight each other? But then, it's just speculative. It's like fan fiction. So they go out there again, screen effects, screen shake, pixelization, and rasterization. Smoke effects. The black smoke we haven't seen in a while. Black smoke like phasing out of existence. This reminds me of Pacific Rim, the mech cameraman can do that too. He's got the spinning bubble. The character design is crazy. I do like it, but I do like the I like the original toilet heads. I'm sorry, the Skippy toilets. They're not even. Well, his screen got smashed, but that's happened before. I think he can fix it. It's like, they do have parts that can be fixed. That's an unusual facial look for Titan screen. Heavy TV. Tricky. He's poking his eye out. Oh yeah, I'm at the Dolby theme, the Dolby DTS theme again. What do they call that? I like all the Star Wars references. Oh, I like the broken screen. Alright, Speaker Man, what are you going to do about it? You calling it a draw? Is he like the ref? Yeah, I think they called that one a draw. And then thumbs up is on the shoulder like that. Alright, a little bit more maybe? Or is that it? This idiot. Scientist TV man. That guy's gonna need some repair. Mad about all the repair work to do. I don't know who won. I think they call that a tie. I love his TV is an old-fashioned TV, but he's the scientist. All right, that was cool. All right, let's go back. Hopefully, we're still flying, but we're gonna find out right now. No, that is not a. Actually, that's a better what if than the other one. But the thing is that like neither of them really clearly won, but that's fine. All right, we're still flying. The plane is operating. We were just having a little time out with the autopilot on. We're flying at 2,200 feet at a specific direction. All right, what's this airport coming up here? Maybe we can land up here. But you see, that's, yeah, find another one. See, that's what my idea is. Maybe instead of kind of rushing the Flight Simulator segment, we can do stuff during Flight Simulator. This airport is, let's see what it's called. Let's see what it says here. Republic Airport? Is that a possible thing? It looks like it's a pretty decent sized airport, but not necessarily for jets, so we're going to land there. All right, yeah, we're going to come in from the south and make that turn in to the northwest and land at that airport there. Meanwhile, we have a lovely image of, this is Long Island. Oh, you sent one? We'll have to do it tomorrow. Are you going to be around tomorrow? Because, yeah, we kind of run out of the Skibbity toilet for today. But I don't want to do more than 6 minutes anyway. We got to spread it out. We're still waiting for episode 79, part 2. Which is kind of, that's probably the next one that's actually going to move anything forward. But it's cool. It's cool that they have that one. If that was a good one, the other one I didn't like the other one. That was good. I mean, they have to be long enough to to have some premise. Like, okay, we got these 3 giant robots. One's going to be the ref, and the other 2 are going to fight each other. Not clear why, but who would win? Who would win? I don't know who would win, but I know because they're both very arrogant. They would both claim to have won. You know what I mean? They have that attitude. All right, we're gonna make a left turn here because we're gonna come up to this point here, right here. A slight left turn, which we do via autopilot. So we just change our heading knob to where we want to go, and the plane go. So that was good. I'm just checking my instruments here. I want to make sure that we have fuel. Fuel looks good. Left, right. Low pressure, manifold pressure is good. Again, it's killing me to find out that I don't know why I was able to cold start the plane. Again, this is the first time I've flown it. So, I've flown other PH-108s, a very common model. You know, the fact that it has the big engine might make a difference if we try to take off from my... maybe we should do that. Try to take off from my ranch and fly it through the barn. I think it will fit just barely through the barn. It's a very stable platform. All right, we'll be landing in about 4 or 5 minutes. That'll be probably the flight content for today. New York looked great. It wasn't as nearly as framey as I thought. You can see back, we're already kind of in the distance. We've flown quite a ways. That New York skyline's way back that direction. So we're flying up Long Island here. And we're going to land over here at this regional airport over here, Republic Regional Airport. All right, off the autopilot, please. Autopilot is disengaged. We are flying the plane. You can kind of see if that in my EFB in the upper right, there's kind of a circle around this airport. That is the kind of the radius that you want to fly in from, as far as I know. I don't know a lot about navigation, real world navigation. I know a lot about navigation in the game. That's about it, though. Oh, somebody's flying around. That's real air traffic. I mean, it has live air traffic. I wonder if they're landing there. Looks like they might be. No, they're definitely not. All right. As soon as we make our turn for landing, we'll start putting flaps now. Pretty soon, we're about to make a turn. You see, you can kind of see what other air traffic coming in. We're going to be following it behind onto this runway here. I don't know what kind of plane that is. Can't really even see it, right? Or is it really high up? Maybe it's not landing there. All right. Anyway, here we go. The most fun part I look forward to, actually landing, because it's also the hardest part in the real world. You know, if it were really super hard, it would be, you know, people would be crashing every single day. It's not that hard to land, but you still need to know what you're doing. You need to carefully manage things like flight surfaces. For example, here we're already putting down flaps 1. You want to keep your mixture relatively high during landing to avoid any kind of stall out issues when you adjust the throttle. Let's see, we're keeping our propeller speed kind of low. That looks good. Flaps are position 1. We're watching our lineup. Here's what it looks like from here. We're going to go to flaps 2 shortly. A little bit that way. We want to be this way. All right. Normally, of course, there'd be a lot of radio traffic saying, you know, we're landing, which you could do, but I don't, you know, I'm like, eh. Once you start doing radio traffic all the time, then you're always going to be doing radio traffic. All right, slow down the engine further. Flaps are at 3, position 3 of 4, and they will stay there. We don't need full flaps for this particular landing, I don't believe. Just reduce power a little bit more, lose a little airspeed, lose a little altitude. Keep the prop pitch fairly low. That's what it looks like from out here. 107 knots. 95 is actually max, I believe. We're at 97 though. I'm gonna give us a little more gas here. 96. It's not a bad speed. We're a little high. Let's lose a little speed here. A little less throttle. Watching our airspeed too. That's a better 103. Gonna slow way down now. Quiet the runway. Whoa. And we're fine. It's gonna be a nice soft landing. I know what I'm doing. Little. I'm reading my plane. That plane. Oh, that wasn't so good. A little fast. That's fine. What was our, yeah, I think you want to land closer to about 70. Let's see, brakes on, Can leave the runway right here. Another successful landing that we survived. Flaps up. Not the best one. Again, I got to remember, each time I fly a different plane, the kind of landing characteristics are pretty unique. How the speed, all that stuff. And this is literally the first time I've flown this particular P-28. It's a new plane to the game. Let's see if we can make it around here, go through here. Checking all the other traffic here at this GA airport. I thought it was mainly GA, mainly general aviation. Not a lot of jets. There might be some jets up here. I want to check out the main building. I don't know if I've ever landed. It's called Republic. I'm not sure what that means in terms of what kind of flights flying that do around here. That's what it looks like from here. It's a little framey as we get on the ground. I love this plane over here. That's an awesome. I have this one, I think. Not sure actually. Not sure if I do have this plane. Most of these I do have. It's part of the game. They're part of the game, and I have them. But not all of them. All right, so the mystery is why we could not cold start it. Again, I'm going to be doing some investigation on that. All right, so to turn off the plane, there's a couple things you can do. You can set your mixture. Battery off. Also, probably avionics. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. We do this content quite a bit. I think we can open up the door, right? Lock. Okay, yeah, it's a two-part thing. There's a lock up there, a lock up there, and then there's two locks, and then you push the door handle. It's just a Piper PA-28 way of doing things, and then the door doesn't show up. That's fine. This is the different PA-28. Did I blow my tire? I think I did. Let's just see here. That tire looks a little flat. You can tell. Hold on a second here. Yeah, you can look at it, right? Not the flaps, the tire. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna let me look at the tire. But it's definitely, you can mess up. You can see that it looks kind of flat. I think I blew a tire. The front tire looks good, and if I can definitely examine the front tire. I think. You see how it looks really flat? And then this one, I think I can examine this one. See, it says good pressure, condition good, pressure new. I want to see if I can figure out if I can look at this one. That one says pressure new, but that one looks good. I want to see, can I do it from here? There we go. Maybe from here. No, it's showing condition pressure. Okay, so that's just an illusion that it looks flat. All right, good to know. They're fine. I landed fine. It's a pretty plane. It comes in a bunch of different paint jobs too, liveries as we like to call them. So I do enjoy it. Let's I'm gonna get out of the plane. Actually, let's do this here. Back in the plane and get hello, ma'am. And get out of the plane. Take a nice view of the plane here. So we've been flying around for a while. The next thing is the big brain games. This is Kent. Okay, it's Kent Schneider 9 over here. I always have to get that in a big way. There you go. I use these for my screenshots, and I like it to advertise my brand. There we go. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's a screenshot right there. Wait a second. There we go. That's a screenshot right there. So, yeah, but we fly somewhere different every time, and you know it's in a. But anyway, next thing is the big brain games. Thank you for sticking around, and then let's be a short break, and then it's gonna be Ken's Piano Lounge. You're gonna watch me play piano for you right here for roughly an hour. It's something I do. I just play. I don't have to look at notes or music. I just sit down in front of a keyboard and play. You're gonna see me do that after the break. But let's do the brain games first. First, actually, the most important part is the refreshment phase of the show with the Diet Coke consumption. This stream is powered by Diet Coke, not sponsored by Diet Coke, unfortunately. Alrighty here. Let me switch over to here real quickly. Get out of Microsoft Flight Simulator. That was fun, though. And as I mentioned, flying around New York is the most challenging thing to do in the game in terms of you're stressing your graphics card and other parts of your system. And we didn't crash. We didn't get framey. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. All right, let's get to the brain games. So to the brain games, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. The brain games are me playing the Quirtles. Then me doing a game called Revealed. We'll get to it. Quirtle is a game where you solve five 4 5-letter words at the same time. It's very similar, of course, to the New York Times Wordle, which I already did today. But I like to do these every single day. I have the same three starting words. And they're very powerful for solving these games kind of quickly. Let's see, I got 5 on the upper right. Over here, we got, again, 5 on the lower left. That's got to be scrub, right? Oops. Right? Got to be scrub. And then we have on the lower right, could be SMA, like smack, I think. This is going to be fast. These go quickly. I mean, I don't spend a lot of time doing these on it, but I just like to do them just as part of my... this one in the upper left, I'm looking at mirth. All right, so that finishes the first quartal. Usually sometimes I do 2 quartals, but recently I've been doing 1 quartal, the revealed, the tightrope, and then 2 octurals. So let's stick with that. That's plenty of time. Oh yeah, I forgot. I want to leave the Microsoft Flight Simulator category and enter the just chatting category. Being that I'm basically just chatting, and it's a typical category for this kind of thing. All right, the revealed game is you get a clue, history and society, you get what you have to solve, a 3-word solution. This is going to be hard, I can already tell. And then a heavily redacted document, which you can reveal certain things. But sometimes from the redacted document, you can kind of guess or figure out things. So let's check it out. And to do this, I know it's annoying, but I have to read this whole thing with blanks. So it's the blank was a major blank that brought the blank and the blank close to blank over the blank of blank, blank, blank in blank. Having blank in May blank to blank with blank. Oof. The blank blank assumed that the blank would take no blank to blank the blank of blank. Oh gosh. Yeah, this isn't telling us anything. But we can redact things. Unredact things. United States would say so. All right. This has given me enough information. By the way, just the word United States, where I'm pretty sure I know it. And I'm not cheating or nothing. I'm just really good at this game. You can guess as many times as you want. Doesn't fit. It's not missiles. Cuban what? I mean, I got this really close. All right, that I'm going to cheat on. I mean, come on, what is it? Cuban. What is it called? What was it called? Oh, I just spelled missile wrong. Sorry. It was missile. I just don't know how to spell missile. It's a tough word. I just had to check my spelling. I got that one. All right, next one we're going to do is the tightrope trivia question, which is a 9-question timed trivia quiz. Today is the hardest one, and man, they saved the hard trivia questions for Sunday. So these are not, if I don't get these, that's fine. But I am a certified trivia master. I have my certification card with me at all times. So I should be able to do okay. Oh, geez. I'm going to go with Kendrick. Boy, you just got to go with your gut because I don't know the answer to a lot of these. Bubba, krill, and herring. Jellyfish? Oof. Humpback whale. Oh, I think I knew that. These are hard, though. This is red body cells, the bone marrow. Yeah, the human body's blood cells, period. Bone marrow. We know that one. That's easy enough. Merger with you only combine a group into what app name? That's, oh, gosh. These are hard. I honestly did not know that. Red News shows the soles of his shoes. Those are Louboutin shoes. They're famously red on the bottom. I guess you have to know some random shit to know these things. That's what it is. There's a red cipher is a boundary between two indigenous cries. It's Baton Rouge, which means red stick. That took a while though. Tripe comes from which body part? It's the stomach. All right, we're sort of doing okay. We did better last Sunday's quiz, which didn't cross. It's built around the language. So which person's assassination? Okay, you want to get these fast too if you know them, because there's a huge time bonus compared to getting them right. But we're not going to do well today. What happens to it? It's censored. It's censored. The swear moves are removed. Swear words are removed. Okay, that one actually is pretty easy. Although a lot of people are not going to have any idea what that word meant. In general, we're not going to do as well. Hey, I got across first try. We're not going to do that well. We will get a good half decent difficulty bonus, but we're not getting our 2,200 points. Walking in, we didn't get. Anyway, it's fine. Walking encyclopedia, sort of. Maybe close enough. I had a good time. That's the important thing, and I consider this a win. Let's do some Mock Turtles. I love these. We're going to start with the classic, and then we'll do the rescue, and then we'll be done. And as you know, we still have plenty of streaming to do because I'm going to do at least an hour, roughly an hour of Ken's Piano Lounge coming up soon. So stick around for that. It actually, the piano is segments a lot of is pretty good, I got to say. Okay, what is this one here? O-I, and then there's an A-L. I bet it's voila. Right? Kind of got to be. Let's check. Oh, and the V showed up here. This one at the upper left is probably going to be venue. Hold on a second. I got a text message. Check my thing real quick here. Oh, perfect. Alrighty. Oh, guitar. All right, let's move along. This is not timed. Upper left is going to be venue. We know that. All right, we have 8 of these. So let's look down here. Let's see. This one here, R-I-T, and then it could be H. But then would it be? I don't think it is R-I-T-H. I think it's R-I-T-Z, Fritz. All right. And let's see. What else do we need here? This is... Let's keep going on here. This one here looks like it could be spout on the lower right there. This one here, we have an N to place. And no other vowels. It could be R-O-O-N. No, it could be like groan, G-R-O-W-N, right? Oof, or drown, right? That's all right. We have extra ones. All right. Besides, we needed that D. That helped us somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Now we know this one is going to be dodgy, right? I hope. And on the upper right here, we've got gawky, G-A-W-K-Y. And then let's see. We got one left to go, and then we're going to do the rescue. I'm a no tree. It's not what is this though. It's let's see. Could it be rupee? R-U-P-E-E. Could be rupee. And it is rupee. All right, let's do the hard one. The hard one is the rescue. It's hard because I don't get to use my 3 magical, super powerful starting words. It picks 4 random starting words for you. And sometimes it's going to have all these things here, like all 5 letters are here. And then, you know, this one is good. We have all the vowels except for Y. We do not have a Y, but let's hopefully that will be. This one here is, it's A-B-L-E. But what? Okay, but what could it be? Because it could be table or fable, right? Yeah. Let's wait on that because that's a 50-50 there. Oof. This one here has an A, a D, and an R in it, and it's not there. Could it be shard? S-H-A. I think it could be. In fact, I think it's got to be shard. All right, we're moving on. We got 2. We got 6 to go. Oof, that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard. This one here, S and ends in E and has an N and an I in it. It could be snipe, right? S-N-I-P-E. Oof, but now we know it's spine, but it could have been spine. It could have been both of those. There was no indication. All right, that's okay. We got one wrong. So we could still potentially win, but it's not going to be easy. Let me just think of what we got here. Yeah, oof. Okay. There's an R, but it's not there. I'm going to guess something in the upper right. Wrote. W-R-O-T-E. Okay. Educated guess. We needed that W down here. See, now we have something here where I think this could be twist. T-W-I-S-T. Because we know the W is in there. It could start. I like twist. This is very good. So now we know it's table. Or T-A-B. Yeah, table. And not fable. On the lower right. Could have been fable until we used that T for wrote. We got 2 left, and how many guesses? 2 guesses. We're not going to get today. That's why I say I like these because they're kind of hard, and I don't win them all. We haven't lost it yet though. We have 2 guesses. Let's see what we can get here. Let's see. We have an R, an A, and an O to place against this T. Could it be aorta? Does that fit? The A can go there, the R can go there, the O can go there, and then another A can go there. It could be. This is going to be the hard one, though. All we know is there's a C and an E and a T, and that's it. And it doesn't end. There's no other vowels. And, it ends in the T, so presumably it's E-C-T. But it's not elect. It could be effect. E-F-E-C-T. No, that's not a word. Unfortunately. E-E-C-T. There's no other vowels. There can't be an A. It could be a Y. I'm just looking at the other things it could be. I almost guarantee you it ends in ECT. Oh, I think I see it. Eject. If we get this one, we have won today's rescue. Woo woo! I get excited, but I'm just the only one who does. That's it for today's brain games, which we consider a massive success. The brain is still operating at some capacity, and that is the important thing. Now, what we're moving to is the musical category, as we always do at this stage of the game. Let me see. I'm successfully in the musical category. Got to give me a few minutes to move my piano in, and even then, I'll probably, even after the little musical thing, I'm still be working on it. Just give me some time. It just takes a little time. Well, I got to take this off here. Anybody I know streaming? Let's see if my friend Milo is streaming on Kick. She hasn't streamed in a while. She is not streaming right now. Okay, I'm just checking. All right, mid-roll and then more music on the other side. right, here we are. Hello, check one. Got my reverb on, so yeah, it's gonna be annoying. In case I decide, I will probably sing a couple songs. Like I can see clearly now. All right, let me get this set up here. There we go. See my hands. Move this down just a little bit this way. I'm just gonna mess around there. There we go. All right. So, what is Ken's Piano Lounge? You're probably asking yourself at this time of life. I'll tell you what it is. It's this list of songs here. It says right there, it's Lounge Act Song List. Basically, a list of songs where I can look at it and then sit down in front of a piano and play it without seeing notes or music or lyrics or anything like that. Meaning memorized. So here's one, for example, that I sing. The first one, Peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can, they were put there by a man in a factory downtown. If I had my little way, well, I'd eat peaches every day. Sun-soaking bulges in the shade. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. I took a nap where the roots all twist. I squished a rotten peach in my fist, and I dreamed about you, woman. I poked my finger down inside to make a little room for an ant to hide. Well, nature's candy in my hand, or cat or pie. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Peaches. It's about a boy and his love for a particular fruit that I'm not exactly sure actually does grow on a tree. All right, let's move along. Most of these are instrumental. Like, for example, Sailor Purr. Anyway, welcome to Ken's Piano Lounge. Hope you enjoy yourself while you're here. Can I adjust my mic a little bit? Kind of in my face. Next song is called Breaking Us in Two. It's from Joe Jackson. right, a little flash dance coming up. Rough today. Gonna concentrate. I'll get it. Little flash dance. Well, I play some of these songs so much and so often that I kind of zone out during the playing and then get stuff wrong. And that's what I mean by concentration, or extra concentration when you're doing something you've done a million times before. This is called "Girl from Ipanema." I still find these songs so amazingly beautiful to play, though. was my favorite song, actually, to play as part of the Lounge Act list. There's a little cliche here. Too far gone. Cliche is more like. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the lounge. That's kind of the ending of that song. All right, what song I feel like playing here? We're gonna do a song called California. It's the absolutely. Thank you very much. You're more than welcome to hang out there. Thank you for telling us a little about yourself. I'm really, really good. I do this stream about 5 days a week. Hit that follow button and you get a notification on Twitch as to when I go live, which is around the same time every day. But I'm doing great. It's great to see you here. I'm just going to play some random songs. Occasionally I sing a song. I apologize. I'm not the greatest singer in the world. But this, if I do live in California, I'm sure everyone knows where California is. This is the state song of California. It goes like this. Wait a minute. I forgot. I don't remember the lyrics. Hold on one second. I'm just going to look them up real quick here. Okay, here they go. We've been on the run, right? Okay, I got it now. I know this. I know how to play the music. We've been on the run. We've been on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one, California. California, here we come. Look, hold on, this is right back where we started from. Hustlers grab their guns, the shadow weighs a ton, driving down the 101. California, here we come, right back where we started from. California. Stereo, listen as we go, nothing's gonna stop me now. California, here we come, right back where we started from. Hustle weighs a ton. Wait, where is it? Come on the stereo, listen as we go, nothing's gonna stop me now. California, here we come, right back where we started from. California. California, here we come. California, California, here we come. California, California, here we come. I don't remember how to do that thing. You're distracting me with your nice comments. I sing that. I could kind of sing. I'm getting better. I've actually been singing now regularly for about 2 years as a part of the stream and trying to improve my voice by singing. So I'm kind of forcing myself to sing. I'm not really a naturally great singer at all. That's why I do a lot of these as instrumentals and then kind of intersperse songs. So this is Misty. No need to apologize. I appreciate you commenting. Misty. Do a little song from Steely Dan as a lounge act song. Diet Coke. So, let's see. I'm actually going to do another Steely Dan song. This one I'm going to sing. It's called Hey 19. Another old lady song, I think. Way back when, in 67, I was the dandy of Yamakai. Sweet things from Boston, so young and willing. Moved down to Scarsdale, where the hell am I? Hey 19, no we can't dance together. No we can't talk at all. Please take me along when you slide on down. Hey 19, that's Aretha Franklin. She don't remember the Queen of Soul. As hard times were falling, the soul survivors. She thinks I'm crazy, but I'm just growing old. Hey 19, no we can't dance together. No we can't talk at all. Please take me along when you slide on down. stay 19. No, we can't dance together. No, we can't talk at all. Please take me along when you slide on down. Okay, next song, big hit for the Carpenters called "We Only Spend." Paul Williams not gonna sing. I don't sing Carpenter songs. Wish I could. Hi there, how you doing? License to Dab. Good to see you. Enjoy some Carpenters. I appreciate you too. Few more songs left for me for the lounge piano act thing here. Let's see, I got turn over my list of scenes. So we went from here to here. We got a few more to do. I don't do all of them every time. That would be too much. But I do like to do Can You Read My Mind? It's from Superman the movie, the original 1977 movie by John Williams. Thank you, Samantha. This is the theme to Superman, the original. Oh, God. Let me have to go first. Oh, it's a beautiful piece of music, and then I realized that it was written by that John Williams, the same one who wrote Star Wars and every other basically movie, and Jaws and every other movie. Can You Read My Mind? It actually has it's a song with lyrics, but they don't actually sing it. She kind of speaks it during the movie. She doesn't really sing it. All right, next one is called Strong Enough by Shoko. I just love this tune. Give me a second here. Let's switch over here a little bit. I forgot to tell you, I've been doing this song. Just the two of us. Well, the other one on my list I want to do is this one, Drops of Jupiter by Train. second, please. Hello.
Hi, it's Sarah with Enjoyment.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm here. Did you want me to come up to the door?
Could you? Thank you. I'll be right at the door.
And then you're paying cash?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, let me get some change and I'll see you at the door.
Where'd the streamer go? Sorry about that. A delivery. You know, you can't. Sometimes when you have delivery, you got to stop for a second. But I'm gonna keep streaming. Sorry for the delay. You know, it's just one of those things that happens during a live show sometimes. Excuse me. All right, where were we? We did to Tell Me. It's actually Drops of Jupiter by Train. Pretty much finished that song, I think. Here's Secret Agent Man, which I'm going to sing. Uh-oh. I turned my split on. That's better. There we go. There's a man who leads a life of danger. With everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. Oh, with every move he makes, well, another chance it takes. Odds on he won't live to see tomorrow. Beware of pretty faces you may find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Oh, be careful what you say. Don't give yourself away. Odds on you won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Sunning in the Riviera one day, then bleeding in a Bombay alley next day. Oh, don't let the wrong word slip when kissing persuasive lips. Odds are you won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Look at it, it's a agent man, secret agent man. This mysterious life you choose is a deadly game. Given you a number and they've taken away your name. Look at it, it's a agent man, secret agent man. This mysterious life you choose is the deadly game. I like your, I was thinking about Secret Agent Man, you know, 007, License to Kill, your 003, License to Dab. And so I'm dedicating that song to you since you're here. I appreciate you being here. All right, we're going to do a little Vince Guaraldi from Peanuts. Hey, thanks for the follow. So for some people who are at a certain age, that's the most nostalgic thing I play. And Christmas is Here from Peanuts. And something I always do. A couple songs I do from every single time. Up, Up, and Away. Fifth Dimension. All right, probably one more song I've been playing for a while now. Last one we're going to do is, I'm going to sing this one. It's called I Can See Clearly Now. It's about Johnny Nash. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the rain is gone. All of my bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for, and it's gonna be a bright sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. And I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright one here in California. It's gonna be hot. I'm gonna turn my air conditioning on soon. It's hot in here. I'm sweating in it. But I'm, I'm working out, playing the piano over it. But that's gotta have to be it. Hold on a second here. Woof, that was fun though. I had a great time. Hold on a second. Let me get my camera just to. I had such an amazing time doing this. There's lots more music and stuff to come in future streams. Future streams, like as in tomorrow. My general schedule these days is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So every day but Tuesdays and Thursdays. 41. Oh my gosh. Well, it's gonna be. I don't know what is 41. Hold on a second. What is that? What it's gonna be 92 here. Let's see, 92 in Celsius. Damn it. Type. I'm almost typing it. There we go. Celsius is, what's it going to be here? 30, only 33. Yeah, 110. Oh, that's terrible. That is crazy. Okay, 110. Yeah, we'll get to 110 here a little later in the season. A regular, like every day. Pleasant, California, you can look it up. We're in the kind of in the valley, so we get very warm weather. But today it's not super, going to be not super. It's only going to be 92. But yeah, it gets hot. You had to live successfully in this area. You have to have air conditioning. Everyone's got it. It's not optional, and you have to run it. You just won't be able to survive otherwise. So my air conditioner will be coming on later, so I won't be sweating like a pig all day. But it's still relatively only like 78, 79 here. So yeah, but thanks for coming by, everybody. I really appreciate it. We had lots of lovely comments today. People coming in. We had some first-time followers. We had some first-time commenters. We had some return visitors who I always like to see. Thank you for coming back. As I mentioned, Fridays a week, I alternate between the music stream. We always do flight simulator stuff, but between the music stream, it alternates between guitar. So this guitar right here, you see behind me here. You can really see it. This one here. Look how beautiful this guitar is, though. I'm probably gonna whip this out when this one out again. I bought this on Amazon for $300. It's brand new. It's a fancy, cheap guitar, but man, is it fancy! And also, I got it playing really well because I'm a guitar tech. I have tech skills. I have guitar tech skills. After owning like 15 guitars, so it is a gorgeous guitar. It actually is starting to play pretty good. It's got stainless steel frets. It's got 24. It's got a lot of stuff to it. It's really quite, in terms of it's not a brand name. Obviously, it's an Amazon guitar. I got mine for $300. Now I checked like a week after. They're sold out of this green model, the green burl. They sell a bunch of cheaper ones, which I would not get. But they have a purple and another, I think, red color burl, but they're $400 now. I still think that's not a bad idea if you're capable of adjusting the guitar yourself or know somebody with guitar tech skills, because they don't come playable out of the box. They claim that they do. They do not. I mean, I can confirm that. It's not that you can't get them to be playable. It just takes a lot of work, and you have to know what you're doing. You have to be able to adjust the truss rod. If you I'd say it wouldn't be a good first guitar. If you're like, I want to buy a guitar, I want to buy a cheap guitar, I want to spend a lot of money, I would still get a cheap guitar from a guitar store that's been set up rather than get something by a mail, which almost certainly requires some effort and knowledge. I mean, you can learn all that stuff on YouTube these days, though. Like, you can go to YouTube, look up, how do I adjust my truss rod so my neck gets straight? And there'll be a whole guy going, here's how you do it. In my day, I kind of had to read or figure stuff out on my own. Painting, that's a cool thing to do. That's something I haven't done. I haven't tried. And definitely, I'm glad you're doing, everybody should have a creative outlet of some kind. As mine's my little stream, and being able to do music and play music for people, which is just a real pleasure and a privilege. Obviously, I got to keep doing it to keep up my skills, but I always feel like I'm even getting a little better every time. Or, I'll surprise myself with something I did on the keyboard or on the guitar. So the musical segments are great. And I also do, when I play guitar, I do that thing where I sing along with karaoke, which is I always think other people will see that and go, I want to do that. And I never seen anyone else do that. In other words, play the karaoke, but not just sing, play the guitar as well. Which is harder, because you got to learn the guitar song and be able to play it and sing at the same time. I think most people who've ever tried to sing a song and play along have realized that playing and singing at the same time is also kind of a high skill level. But then playing along to a song as playing on karaoke, where you have to play in the rhythm as well perfectly. I'm like, when I pull it off, I'm like, yeah, I don't think people appreciate how kind of challenging how much repetition and practice you have to do to get to any kind of level of facility with doing that. So that's why I have a limited number of songs. But I'm learning all these REM songs, and it's great. Anyway, more. That'll be guitar segment tomorrow. We're basically done with the Diet Coke. You can see it's basically finished. And the rule around here is when the Diet Coke is done, the show moves on. I move on to the rest of my day. But again, I will see everyone tomorrow if you come on back. Meanwhile, I'm running my ending loop here, and we'll see you next time.